Hello, my dear students. Today we will learn about one of the dicotyledon family characteristics, that is Cucurbitaceae. It comes under Polypetalae group. It is very well known and familiar family to most of the persons and students also. So today we will discuss about Cucurbitaceae family characteristics. So first of all, as per Dantamandukar classification, the Cucurbitaceae family classification details. It belongs to class Dicotyledons, subclass Polypetalae, series Calyciflorae, order Passiflorales, family Cucurbitaceae. So generally these Cucurbitaceae members are called as Cucurbit family or gourd family. So today we will discuss about the distribution and various vegetative characters, floral characters, and pollination, etc. So this family named derived on the basis of typification. The type genus is Cucurbita. Most of the genera starts with Cucurbita. That's why the family name derived as Cucurbitaceae as per IUPAC nomenclature rules. So the geographical distribution of the Cucurbitaceae family members in the world, this family represented 120 genera and 775 species, mainly distributed in tropical regions and subtropical areas, also found in cultivation areas. In case of our country, in India, 37 genera and 90 species are represented from Cucurbitaceae. Our region, that is Telangana state, nearly 15 genera and 20 species are recognized in Cucurbitaceae family. And next we discuss about habit and habitat. What is meant by habit and habitat? So habit is nothing but most of the plants are Cucurbitaceae plant members are climbers, mostly triangular climbers and hairy succulent annual herbs. Annual herbs means most of them are they complete their life cycle within more than 6 months or below 1 year. That is called annual plants. And rarely we found some woody clothed with hairy structure. And few members are perennials also, Echinocystis and Bryona thaladiantha. So these are the members comes under perennials. Climbing means most of the Cucurbita members branched or unbranched tendrils. With the help of tendrils, they climb upward direction. So, for example, this herb Lupha acainata is a climber. So we can see tendrils are there. With the support, they are climb in upward direction. This is a perennial plant, Echinocystis lobata. This is a perennial plant, Thaladiantha duvia. So rarely we can find some trees in the Cucurbitaceae members. So that is Dendroceus sucantrana. This is the very rarely found tree species in the Cucurbitaceae members. They are small trees, and we can observe this diagram, beautiful diagrams, rarely present. And most of the cucurbids are mesophytes, and rarely we can find xerophytic character plants. So Acanthoceos horrida, this is shows xerophytic characters. So number of spines are present on the stems. So spinous structure indicates that xerophytic character. And Acanthoceos horrida is extremely xerophytic member in the Cucurbitaceae. So general characters which comes under vegetative characters. So first of all, root characters or root system. So most of them are dicotyledons. That's why they possess with the taproot system. But few members are produced adventitious roots arise from the nodes of Ecballium in Echinocystis lobata. So roots are modified into tuberous form. So each tuberous root weight nearly 40 to 50 pounds. In Acanthocyaeus horrida, roots penetrates deep into the soil up to 40 feet below, become swollen due to the storage of water and food. So just you can see the photograph of Echinocystis lobata. So nearly 40 pounds are there in the weight. It is a tuberous root. So it is modified by the accumulation and storage of food materials in the root. So next we can go for stem. Stem characteristics. Normally most of the stems are aerial, usually weak and prostrate. So Ecballium, in the Ecballium the stem is aerial, weak, prostrate, and climbing by means of tendrils. In the most of the genus Cucurbita and Cucumis, they produce tendrils. And in Acanthocyaeus horrida, erect and spinous, and erect and succulent is Dendrocyaeus, and cylindrical is Xerocyaeus, angular, solid, and hollow, branched stem tubers, Melothria argiana. So Melothria argiana containing stem tubers. So stem tubers are formed. The anatomy shows bicollateral vascular bundles in two holes. We can take the transverse section of the stem under the microscope. We observe bicollateral vascular bundles. They are arranged in two circles. So this is the prostrate stem at Ecballium. This is erect spinous plant. This is the cylindrical stem, angular stem. So with hairy structure we can see in the cucurbits. Leaf structure, leaf characteristics. Colline or romal, stipulate or exstipulate, petulate, alternate, simple. The leaf kind is palmately lobed or pinnate. Example is citrullus and colocynthus. Reticulate multicostate venation. Reticulate venation is there. They are multicostate. They are arranged in multicostate fashion. The leaf characters are not there. In some plants, Trichosanthes, leaves are not lobed. Margin is entire. Leaf lamina base is caudate. Multicostate reticulate venation is present. So this is here pinnate type of leaves. This is the palmate type of leaf. Mimodica carantia kakar. Citrullus, this is the watermelon. And Gynostemma pentaphyllum. So we can see the pentaphyllum. Pinnate arrangement is there. Leafless and without leaves. The spines are there present on the stems. That is Acanthocyaeus horrida. Inflorescence. Most of the cases, inflorescence is cymose. In few plants, it is racemose. Racemes and cymose, both type of inflorescence are present. But always they are solitary flowers produced. Male and female flowers are separate. Cymose clusters in Bryonopsis. Racemose structures in Lupha, male flowers, and Mamodica species, male flowers. In Heterospermum, at one leaf axil, one peduncle bears solitary male flower, another bears cluster of male flowers. That means in the Hepatospermum, two pedicels are found. One pedicel bears one male flower only, other pedicel containing indefinite male flowers. So this is a speciality of Heterospermum. So this is a Bryonopsis. This is the Lupha acutangulus, simple solitary flower is there. And Herpetospermum. So see here. So indefinite flowers are there, and solitary and racemose head. Citrullus is a single flower, is solitary flower is found. Flower characters. Bracteate in Echinostema and Trichosanthes. Ebracteate in majority of the genera. In majority of the genera, usually ebracteate. So, but in Trichosanthes and Actinostemma, in the flower, bract is present. And remaining all pedicellate, ebracteate, incomplete, actinomorphic flowers. So pedicellate means a stalk is present. Without stalk, pedicellate means stalk is present. Bracteolate absent. Incomplete flower, only 3 parts are present in the flower. They are actinomorphic type. And in the Bryonia, monoecious flowers are present. Rarely bisexual in Schizopepan. What type of flowers it is? Epigynous and pentamerous, cyclic, small or large in size in cucurbita. So these are the flower characters. See here, male and female flowers are separately borne on different branches of the plants. This is cucurbitaceae flowers are more or less white or yellow in color. First, next, calyx. Calyx is nothing but number of sepals is usually 5. They are gamosepalous. Sepals are united. Campanulate and imbricate situation in present in male flowers and female flowers. Calyx tube is fused within the ovary, produced beyond it green or petaloid. So in the calyx, in female flower, there is a formation of calyx tube, which is adnate or adhesive to ovary to a lesser or greater extent. And the color is green, and sometimes petaloid structure is also seen in cucurbits. Next, corolla. Corolla, which containing, which arranged in second pole of the flower, and which consisting 5 petals. They are in free condition, so that is gamopetalous. Gamopetalous condition seen in most of the flowers, that is cucurbita and cucumis. Sometimes they are fused. Bell-shaped structure is also present in coccinea. Tubular in trichosanthes. White or yellow, hairy, margin wavy, and valvate. But in Mimodica, it is in imbricate distribution. So campanulate or tubular, when fused, it is when petals are fused, it becomes tubular or campanulate. Valvate or imbricate distribution is there. Hairy, white, normally yellow or orange colored petals are seen in the flower. Next one is androecium. There is a lot of variation in the family. We can, based on the number or the fission, is different from one plant to another plant. So first of all, normally 5 stamens are there, but in few species 3 which are free, that is Citrullus, Bionopsis, and Coccinea. But in Cyclothera, 3 stamens are there, they are fused. But in other plants, 5, in the 5, 4 stamens are fused in 2 pairs. One is distinct in Mimodica, Cucurbita, and Bryonia cucumis. In the Cyclanthera, 3 stamens are totally fused. In the Cyclanthera, totally 3 stamens are fused. But in case of Thaladiantha, just you can 4 stamens are in 2 pairs, one is 3. So among the 5, 4 fused in 2 pairs, one is distinct and completely free in condition. So all stamens are free in Luppa and Actinostemma. Actinostemma. These are the stamen conditions. Anther lobes coiled or curved, sigmoid or S-shaped, monothecous in Citrullus and Cucumis, bithecous or dithecous in Favilia, tetrathecous in Bionia. In Luppa rectangula, in 3 to 2 are bithecous, one is monothecous. Among the 5 stamens, 3 stamens are with dithecous condition, remaining one is monothecous. So longitudinal decisions takes place in the anther. So this is the anthers in cucurbita. So how they are formed, fission with each other. Pollen grains are reticulate, triporate condition, Citrullus, Luppa, and Bryonia. In other cases, Spinos, pentaporate, cysos. The male flowers may possess rudiments of gynoecium termed as pistil lobe. pistil lobe. Next, gynoecium in female flowers. Tricarpellary syncarpus unilocula inferior ovary. Parietal placentation seen in the transverse section of the ovary. Style is short. Stigma is forked with three-lobed condition. So fruit fleshy succulent berry indehiscent. Cucurbita maxima. Lupha cucumis fleshy succulent berry dehiscent in Mimodica carantia. Cyclanthera explodens. Seeds are non-endospermic. In Macrozonia, Macrocarpa, winged seeds are present in this species. So this is the parietal placentation of the Cucurbitaceae members. Example cucumis, we can cut the transverse section of the fruit. You can see the tricarpellary condition is there. So in the tricarpellary condition, parietal placentation. The ovules are born on the wall of the ovary, just like where the two carpels are united in that portion, ovules are born in a more number. So these are the different fruits: Cucurbita pepo, Cucurbita maxima, Benincos hispida, Bryonopsis, Citrullus, Coccinea, Cucumis. So this is the muskmelon. This is Gonda, Coccinea. So Gummadi, Benincasa. This is watermelon, Citrullus. So this is Rasa Gummadi, Cucurbita pepo, Cucurbita maxima. These are varieties. And Dendroceos, Ekbalium. This is Lupha acutangula. This is angular gourd, Bira, and Lupha cylindrica. One more type. Lagenaria, Sora, Lagenaria vulgaris. This is Potlakayan, so Trichosanthis, Cucumis sativus, Dosa, Kakara, Mimodica carantia. So some important plants in the Cucurbitaceae: Acanthosios, Benincasa hispida, Bryonopsis, Citrullus, Coccinea, Cordifolia, Cucumis melo, Cucumis sativus, Cucumis trigonus, Cucurbita maxima, Cucurbita pepo, Dendroceos, Socotrana, Balium elaterium, Epatospermum, Lagenaria, Lupha acutangula, Lupha cylindrica, Lupha echinata, Mimodica carantia, Mimodica dioica, Mimodica balsamia, Melothria hydrophila, Melothria madras serpenta, Trichosanthis angua, Trichosanthis nervifolia. These are different important well-known popular Cucurbitaceae members. So these are the various vegetative and floral characters of Cucurbitaceae members. Thank you, one and all.